DJs at the moment, they're like rock stars, do you know what I mean? And with dance music being so prominent in the charts as well, I think that it breeds this culture where people just want to go and see the main person rather than go there for the music. And I just think the resident DJ's kind of been left by the wayside. And I think Xoyo, what they're doing, hopefully it will change that culture.
You're creating space for the DJ to really do some interesting stuff and go deep into their record collection. Take some risks, and you know, it's not a gig from Meets Everything. It's go and see him as part of this series and see what he's going to show you that night, kind of thing. That's the most important thing to me, is it's saying we're giving this DJ space to take it wherever they want to take it.
You're totally connecting with your fan base in a totally different level, instead of just coming in to a city for one night and then going and playing another city the next night. You're going to see the same faces on the dance floor. It's going to challenge you as the resident to not play the same thing that you play every single week after week. You have to constantly be searching for new stuff and trying to make it interesting, and you actually have to do your job.
You get to know the sound system, you get to know the crowd, you get to know all the people there, you feel comfortable.
He's like inviting him into his really big lounge with really good sound. And they've got that, gun thing that they fire into the crowd. I saw it get charged up when I was there. I don't know what it was. I don't know what that is. Like a CO2 gun? Yeah. What does that do? Don't know, but it looked like fun.
Like a fucking explosion.
Dan's style of DJing. God, but it's just like fucking like board meeting, kind of like pitch eats everything in 3 words.
Fun.
Big.
Chav hardcore DJ.
Pioneer mixer wizardry. That's really good, actually.
It's worth noting that he's a like technically brilliant DJ.
He's a badass DJ. He's like the most technically sound DJ I know. I watch him when I'm playing with him back to back, and I have no idea what he's doing, and it's amazing.
I DJ like a hardcore DJ. I do loads of tricks and I do loads of stupid stuff. My favourite DJ is LSD, and back in like the hardcore days, he was the first DJ that I really latched onto, and he did loads of like tricks and cutting and spin backs and like loads of different little bits. He was always bringing bits of the next record in. It's not for everyone. I get a lot of grief from when I played certain places afterwards, like, well, fucking just let it play, blah, 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 but if you don't like it, don't watch me.
I'm gonna come back to it.
My first residency was at a night called Rip Snorter in Bristol, which was kind of like a, I don't know, like everything really, house, techno, hard techno, psytrance, all kinds of music. That was when I was like 16 years old, and I'm still resident there now. I played there a few months ago. It's wicked. When I was first told about the Xoyo residency opportunity, so like one of those light bulb moment kind of things. It's like, bang, let's try it, give it a go. It's not a new thing, but it's certainly different from what's going on at the moment. Everything's pretty much guest DJ led. I think they're very important. I mean, when I started going to the Coda in Bristol, on a Friday night we had people like Dave Angel and Carl Cox, etc. guesting. And then on Saturday the residents were Ivor Wilson, Grayson Shipley and Mark Davis. And you could guarantee that if all the other guests had been shit, that Mark Davis would come on and he would just play all the records that everyone wanted to hear and absolutely tear the roof off.
There are residencies like, you know, like Jamie Jones did at Paradise, and there are probably about 200 people there who go there every week, 300 people who go there every week for the whole summer.
You've got people like Ralph Lawson up at Back to Basics in Leeds, and Craig Richards at Fabric. The Just Jack residents in Bristol, for example, Tommy Rio and Dan Wilde, both just brilliant DJs. Half the time people are going to see them. I mean, I'd go and watch Craig Richards over most of the guests that go to Fabric. Craig Richards is a fucking legend. My favourite DJ is fucking ace. Well, he's not my favourite, Carl Cox is my favourite, but Carl Cox is just obvious.
The things that you hear about those nights is that there was a family, and that's like such a nice idea now.
The guests we have along, I'd say 90% of them are my mates. They're my favourite people that I love in the industry. They're like Teed's a really good friend, Skream, Artwork, Heidi, Justin, Disclosure, they're all my friends. This is the whole point of it.
I think all DJs eventually, and all people in music eventually find their family. It's about how many people you bring along with you. I mean, it's easy when you're actually making the music or being paid to be there in some way because it's your job, whether you're the agent or whatever, you become part of this family. But how many music fans do you bring with you and bring into the game and be like, okay, we do this all the time, you can too, you know. I mean, that's an important thing with DJing, is it not being us and them. But with the residency, maybe that should be even more the point.